Big Herc 916, positivity, motivation. Never settle for average. Go pick you up some merch at nsfa.co and represent, because I know you're not average if you're watching this channel. We're at a pivotal point in our history with change. A lot of tables have been turned over. A lot of books have been opened. A lot of minds have been awakened. Consciousness is being stirred. They say it's the age of awakening. As you pay attention, don't just think about what you hear at face value. Think about the meaning behind the meaning behind the meaning. Because sometimes it's not necessarily about what the messenger says. It's more about, why did he say it? Or why did she say it? You've seen the push in the last 4-5 years, and even going back further, the push to consolidate thoughts, ideas, creativity. Well, there's a pushback right now. There's a pushback for independence. There's a pushback for freedom. There's a pushback to be heard. And there's a pushback to correct narratives. They say no two men can stand with the same truth. So what usually happens is they have those men in an open forum debate. That's what debate was all about, was bringing together what was alleged to be two truths and getting to an agreed upon answer. Where's the debate? How about bringing the people who have their differences to a civilized forum and debating on a number of different topics? Things that are being taught in schools, things that have been taught in the past, things that are being pushed to be taught in the future, economics, the whole nine. How about bringing all this stuff to the table, man? And let's get some real answers. I sit back and I've always been one to question why something is what they say it is. And as you dig deeper and deeper and you start going back and reading what a lot of people base their facts off of, and you read those same documents, you come to find out that they're not exactly how you've been told they are. A lot of things have a different meaning. A lot of things say something far different than what you've been told. And I learned that the hard way, man. Sitting in prison reading Black's Law Dictionary, reading congressional acts, reading books by people who self-publish, who would never get the green light from mainstream publications for their content. And I used to just trip out because I'd be like, damn, man, why couldn't I have found this book before I went to prison? maybe it would have changed my life. It would have made me think differently. I wouldn't have been carrying on with the behavior that I had this higher knowledge. So always seek higher knowledge of self. Always seek higher knowledge of that goes beyond what somebody so-called told you at face value, because they could be right, but they could be wrong. So go and do your own research. Why you think they want to digitize everything? Because what they're digitizing, they can control, and with a click of a button, they can change history. But when you talk about old tablets, scrolls, old literature, man, that stuff, when you see it and it's dated, you realize that it holds a whole nother level of value. See, some people measure money as a value, and money is a level of freedom. It's a a measurement of access, but also having the knowledge to go with that access, to go with that freedom, is a big part of it. And I just see a whole lot of things going down in the next couple years, and a big shift. You're going to have those who are going to be able to keep up, and a lot of people are going to get left behind. A lot of people are going to have their foundation turned upside down when truth comes out. It's been a long time brewing, man. It ain't like this is something that just emerged. It's been building. So, you look for some people to be leaders. You look for some people to be followers. You look for some people to be game changers. You're going to have those people come and expose themselves. And where they come from might not be where you expected. A lot of you guys expect these people hollering at these pulpits, or these people run around in these suits who claim to have your best interests as the ones who are going to merge. That's not going to be them. It's going to be who you least expect, and they're going to come with a powerful message. So keep your ears and eyes open, man. Like I said, we're at a pivotal point in history, and a lot of things are going to be changing. I don't know what all those things are, but I know that consciously I can feel the wave. And when you really break it down, man, we're all one big conscious. So no matter how much they want to separate us by race, by creed, by ethnicity, the consciousness is uniform when you talk about the universe. And it gets pulled in one direction, and then it gets pulled in another direction. But the consciousness right now, the way it's going, it's gonna expose a lot of people. So be ready for this exposure, man. Don't let your head blow up too big and you get a headache, because it's going to definitely be some stuff out there that a lot of people ain't going to like what they hear. Big Herc 916.
Stop walking around with a crusty butt, smelly ball sack, and a funky hoo-ha. Big Herc said, wash that ass. Pick you up a t-shirt at freshoutseries.com.
Never settle for average has always been my motto in life. So I've been fortunate enough to get together with the brand NSFA and become a brand ambassador, because there's no room for mediocrity in life. So whether you're out here and you're an athlete, you're in entertainment, you're a business person, represent and pick you up a hat. And for those of you who are law enforcement, military, veterans, first responders, use code USA15 and get 15% off. Click the link in the description and never settle for average.
Hello, I'm Big Herc 916. Contact me for life coaching and motivational speaking.